Yeah.
But it says at 6 p.m. it should be 20-ish. And then by 10 p.m. it'll be 10. What I'm seeing, but
On that day.
we'll see on that day, Saturday, which there won't be change.
Yeah, open snow is very similar.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know, that's my gospel because the guy who owns the app lives in Winter Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I have like
You know,
3 different apps that cross reference all of them, and between them all, I'm prepared.
Well, he's, I assume so, someplace in this valley.
I love
He's been
weather.
doing the
Like
forecast
my
up
dad
here
being a
for
pilot,
my
he
adult
would-
life.
That's like, the morning news is what a lot of people watch. We had the morning weather on, like we had the weather channel on religiously. Yeah, if you go to a hotel, the weather channel's on. Like, he's like, he has like 10 different apps that he's checked. Yeah, so weather's my jam. Weather apps are my jam, I should say. And weather shows.
Every morning.
Yeah.
I just.
We never, well, just like, we never watched like morning news. We always just had the weather channel on, like always, like it was nothing other than weather in the house.
Yeah.
So when apps became a thing, like my dad's phone was like a whole, like,
Whitney.
A whole page
yeah,
of
like,
that.
but he's a pilot, so it's not shocking. I feel
Well, that
like-
makes sense.
yeah. I feel like when he gets around his pilot friends, that's half of what they talk about is weather,
I know.
Does anybody?
I found one the
did
other
this
day. I
one
can't
last
remember
time?
the name of it. It's
Or
called
this new
Wonder
today?
Ground.
I had it from last week.
I did update it a little bit.
Okay.
Actually, I should probably,
Just wondering if I should take one and
Yeah.
pass it out or not.
no, no.
I want that. I want to.
What you just sent me.
Yeah, but I,
Updated it even more.
yeah, sorry, because I have the light up toy giveaway on here and we're just doing all that.
Well, I just have to say, I'm very excited. I feel really good energy going into this one.
Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
I think let's just take a quick roll call. Carrie Crandall,
Steve Fitzgerald.
Callie McDermott,
Anastasia Keitlinger, Robin Barrett,
Lorena Stockel.
Joe McDonald.
Fraser. People online, can you identify yourselves too?
Audrey Jennings with Grand County EMS. I'm one of the captains there.
And Bill Clark with Grand County EMS.
cool, thanks for joining us.
And we have somebody here in the room. Welcome.
Cool. So we can go over schedule a little bit. It looks like Sign Up Genius is pretty full. There was probably just a couple things that we could use some more help on. I think it was the later evening shift for the tent, but
With me?
yeah. Yeah.
Madam Chairman.
I'll be there.
So the cleanup and the cleanup part, it was needed more people and maybe on Sunday. But also my kids were asking me if they help, they can get like high school hours.
Yeah, we can fill out volunteer hours.
Okay, I will put them in the cleanup crew.
Cool.
Okay.
Can we just talk about Friday a little bit since Joe is here? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want help with, Joe? Because we have people staffed for Friday.
Well,
At what time?
and I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30, so I have to kind of scoot pretty quick. For Friday, I would say probably not get there any time before, 9:30, 10 o'clock. We'll have the tents in place, the delivery of the generators and, hopefully the speaker system and those things will kind of be there to be put up. Now, whether that's left up exclusively to you or whether I pull some people over to try and do it. But right now, that's one of the main focuses of trying to do that. Setting up making sure your laser lights work. There is power that has been confirmed in the gazebo. There are a number of light fixtures that have all been clicked over. So all of the plug-in fixtures, some of which are very, very high, but those will be there. I'll try and bring a ladder over if you're trying to hang your spinny ball, your sparkly balls.
Disco ball.
Disco ball.
Oh, yeah.
Sparkle balls, I like those. That's a great name. It's rebranded. Leave it to Joe to change the word. And that's how it is for the rest of history.
No
Sparkle balls.
glitter here. I did confirm, I picked up an extra generator to be delivered on Friday. They're all supposed to be delivered in the morning. We'll be there to having people help to make sure that they work, putting those into position and getting the 100-pound gas, propane tanks, kind of moved into position for what they need to be. But that's all been guaranteed, and there might be the final kind of throwing the final set of trees on the bonfire would possibly be, because I'm not building it any earlier than I'm doing structural stuff today and tomorrow, but I'm not going to have it completely finished until probably that Friday afternoon.
There is snow forecast for Friday night.
Yeah, and that's not going to
Not a
hurt
lot.
it. Last year it was mostly the snow and thaw,
Yep.
which is what we've been banging out. As we moved them, we were having to bang out things that were buried under snow. But as we bang those out and get that stuff off of them, it's just in a different structure this year as well. My biggest concern at the moment is the place. I've got a placement that I've made double wide on the trail for the truck and the trailer. My concern, and I don't know how to address this, is the generator that I was going to dedicate to that for the evening, before the
Friday.
event,
Yeah.
for the Friday before the event. I don't have a time frame on how long that will run off
Okay.
off of the gas that
Yeah.
I've got in there.
Well, I think my landlord was able to pull out his that it's like battery, like he charges it and then it's like battery. So on Friday, we'll just like my parents will be there to help as well with anything. They're gonna come volunteer from 9 to noon.
Right.
So we can just kind of figure that out
Yeah,
then.
because I'd hate for it to run out at 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning kind of thing. And there's been no way, we don't use these generators for
Yeah.
overnight kind of things. So
Well,
I'm not
I
sure what the
think if
tank
it
will
runs out,
do.
we'll be able to come, we'll definitely be checking on it Saturday morning
Right.
anyway. So we'll have plenty of time to
Sure.
heat the tanks up.
Okay.
So I don't think we'll need to stress about
And
that
then
at
the
all.
one that I'm dedicating to you will then move over to the speaker set, the satellite speaker set,
Perfect.
down by where the end of towards you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the music will stretch all the way out there and hopefully towards the lighted sculpture, blaze on, blaze off guy
Yeah.
is kind of located. But mostly it'll be kind of putting things into position, knowing where things are going. So if I'm not right there, it's like the food truck goes here, this goes here. It's all been groomed probably as much as it's going to be groomed. There are patches that are not groomed, that we just couldn't take the chance of messing up that sold groomer to get in close to the playground where the kids rock and the frogs are. So when we'll put tiki torches around some of that, that hopefully will be taken out and start being charged today or tomorrow. But right now, if you're thinking, if they're going to be there, I'm going to be there earlier than that. But I think
Yeah.
if I can have it kind of organized so that as a group of volunteers show up, we can move forward from like 9:30-ish, 10 o'clock-ish, kind of thing, once it started to kind of warm up on the day.
Yeah.
But really, it's going to be tents, any kind of the additional lighting, lasers, those kind of things that you want to put in there, and those kind of things. They'll probably do some parking, some parking lot assessment kind of things, setting out, you can't park here, can't park there, doing that a day ahead of time. So that the people will be seeing it. You obviously can see the MMBs are up at this point in time. And there was one, you threw me off on the flags. There was something else that we probably need to move the picnic tables around. The porta potties will probably be there. We do not have use of the
Bathrooms.
I'm trying to find a way to put it politely, of the bathrooms that we had access to last year. We did order 3 additional porta potties to come in and be available, because there were basically 3 stalls, 4 stalls basically was what was going to be used there. Did you ever hear back from Safeway or from the professional building?
Those bathrooms are locked down.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. We would unlock them and heat them, but they're not our control any longer. So it is going to be exclusively porta potties, um, be, uh, due to circumstances well beyond anyone's control. And but the bathrooms will be lined up, the porta potties will be lined up right in front of those bathrooms so that people won't be caught attempting to try and go in. And that's going to be relatively close to where it will make the final decision on putting the information tents. So mostly it's kind of little stuff,
Do you want
putting up
those,
tents, hanging things around. Yeah,
like the info tents and those set up on Friday or Saturday morning?
we'll be setting those up on Friday.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Friday.
we'll set them in position, make sure we've got what we need, and then we'll lower them down into position while they're there. And then Saturday, we just come in and pop them back up into
Okay.
place. That way you know where they are. We know, oh, I need 2 tables for this one. I've got tables for this one, but not for this one.
Okay.
So it's to be able to make small adjustments on Saturday morning.
And do you have two for the info tent
Yes.
section? Okay. Do you want, grandkids is doing some like lantern decorating stuff. Do you want them to have a third tent or is 2 enough? They'd probably need. Yeah.
I would think that it might be more conducive to grandkids to be
in their own tent.
inside the gazebo. Kind of tucked in there. They've got power that they can use. KFFR is not coming until Saturday afternoon,
Well, they're
but-
doing it on Saturday evening.
Saturday evening.
Yeah, the grandkids lantern stuff is probably 4 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. So maybe a third tent.
I'll have to look and see what we've got. It might
Well,
be smaller.
That's okay.
I don't have
I
a-
told them that they would have to figure out their own tent
Yeah,
stuff.
but
So don't.
I'll bring an extra one over. We can see if we've got room for it
Okay.
and what, if we've got walls for, what we have walls for, because we don't have 4 side walls for everything or even 2 side walls for everything. But we can
couple.
figure that out on Friday, put up that tent if it looks like it's going to be necessary, in relative proximity. Right now, except for the distillery, which kind of came into the picture a little bit late. I believe that I've got power for most things. For the part of your food, you're bringing your own tent, correct? And you're bringing tables and like a heat table, but you need a generator to try and run that heat table from my understanding. And then the other one that's right there next to you, there's 2 of them that possibly need power.
I
And
did
that's kinda-
ask if they had access to power, so I'll triple check today.
Okay.
If they
But
had access, I
I
told them
should
to bring
have
it.
more than we need until the distillery came up and kind of saying that they want it, but we can try and figure out how to move from there. It's just mostly to try and keep cords from being run so that people keep from tripping over. And they make noise. There's no quietness around having small generators in each of these places. But the heaters that I've got 3 major of those big ones that have the tubes on them. So one of them will kind of go over towards food tent. One of them will be the information booth, and then one of them possibly will be inside the gazebo, but I have 2 jet heaters for inside the gazebo as well. So I have 2 extra heaters as a possibility to strategically test, set if we
Okay.
need another one kind of over by the information tent. They're a lot more portable, and I've got more portable tanks with that, so we got some adjustments. There are 15 bales of hay that are already there. I need to kind of be involved on how we're going to use those. They're very helpful in trapping heat inside the information tents and places for people to sit, but there are also probably 2 to 3 available to cut and lay down if it starts to ice over. But we'll probably have less of a problem with that because it's a shorter duration kind of event this year, but I might need one for down in the gazebo to kind of do that. But they're already staged and in place, trying to protect something there. But and the beginnings of the bonfire are kind of structurally, in place. So I'm kind of doing probably about 4 or 5 hours today, and then being able to address most of the other stuff. I do.
Did I hear you say the distillery is participating?
Idlewild.
Idlewild, the Winter
were
Park
interested.
Distillery has said that they would be interested
Yeah.
in
Yeah, that was
doing
news.
it, which is great. But they did say that they needed energy.
Yeah.
And kind of didn't find that out until just a few days ago. But I'm hoping that I try to build in, what do they call that in NASA? try to build in those
Contingency and
Yeah.
redundancies
Yeah.
of the system.
Well, the
And the
O-ring doesn't blow up.
Crepe has their own power.
Right.
The Astro Coffee doesn't need power.
Right.
Um,
But I need power to be able to run both the heater
Yeah.
and the table. So it depends
Gotcha.
on ampage. I might be able to run it all off of one, and then I've got an extra small one to kind of be more
Okay.
flexible to go where it needs to go.
All right.
cool.
But right now, I'm thinking a small one for the photo booth, a small one for the satellite tower, a larger one for the heaters for the information tent, a larger one for the heater, and hopefully the juice for the food trucks, which is going to leave me with maybe one small one besides the one that I've got dedicated to which is going to pop.
And we
and
might
then
even
put some
free one
clothes
up
on.
for you. So I'm gonna try to.
And
handle that.
it's there to kind of be used for the night and
Yeah.
then reused for something else during the day when you don't
Love
need it.
it.
Yeah.
So
And
long as
I've still got that powerful generator if you
Yeah.
need it. It's portable.
Here.
And so most of that is
That does-
kind of covered at this
Good.
point in time. It's a simpler kind of adjustment. I will tell you that I left a large sect where the information tents were last year. If you step away from the tree that's there kind of just offset from there, you're going to sink into 4.5 to 3.5 feet of snow. So hopefully you cannot cross that creek and get in trouble, because as soon as you step off the groomed, there's a buffer zone of about 20 feet that is 3 feet of snow that has not
Do
been groomed at all.
You have cones that we can just put there?
I figure we'll put up lights, and I'll put up a band
Maybe we
around the
put lights
other.
and cones, just.
Yeah. There will be cones brought over, but we can make that decision,
Okay.
where it's going to take part of my fun away, but
Yeah.
watch where it's groomed. There's corduroy and there isn't.
Yeah.
And
People figure it
but
out.
we've got a bunch of tiki torches, which is kind of what I was.
Yeah. I'm actually more worried about the pond because it's been so warm and they've got that, it's going to be.
It's huge.
Yeah.
There's no-
I noticed it was like melted in one area where you. could
That's where the
see
water comes in.
Yeah.
That's where the water
And if
comes in.
it's
or goes out.
dark, like just, I don't know, like.
We'll just have to be
Maybe
strategic
put
about where we
cones or
put
something,
the,
just don't go beyond the cone.
They have been
Maybe.
those spots that you're seeing
Yeah.
have been the same way every year.
Okay, okay, so it's not new, but it's not.
It's not new.
Okay.
And the thickness of the ice is being used a whole lot more so far this year. It'll probably take a few more days of what we've got to kind of make it, really serious. But we encourage people, we've got signs up all the way around all of them not to go out on the ice, but
Yep.
people will still fish.
And I'd encourage too, like
Right.
the EMS and people that are here, be aware that that might be the hazard that we do have,
Yeah,
if we have one.
So quick question, you're saying you don't need help till 9:30, 10. We have
I have
9
9
to
o'clock
12.
on here.
Flags that need to go out, too, for around the ponds, the little solar torches, and then also for
Okay.
the shuttle areas.
So if I come over here at 9, because I'm the one signed up to do all that, I'll just pick them all up and
Yep.
get started.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
yeah, moving stuff over and
Cool.
there's places to be able to park inside the gate. There's as far as EMS goes, I didn't know if, what you would like. Generally, we've had EMS parked in the parking lot that sits adjacent to the professional building by the Safeway. I do have other places, and I can carve out, someplace else if you want it to be inside the event, close to like where that we have trash bins that are kind of in there just a little bit. I've got another place that's pulled off inside the gate. The gate will be open, and the fire department generally parks right by the edge of that. But I didn't know, historically, you've just kind of parked on the pavement that is between the building and that creek right there, and then and came in to react if there was an issue, something along those lines. But if you wanted something else, I could probably carve it out over the next few days to get you in closer to where the fireworks are, or closer into, where the flames and stuff for the bonfire and the sculpture and the balloon are. But that's up to you guys.
I would say where we parked previously in the past, because we got to be able to get out. That's the key. So looking at a quick Google Maps here, you said it's over by the Fraser Marketplace where we usually or that professional building there by Safeway where we usually park. That would probably be the best location, because we're also going to have our vehicle idling because we have to keep it warm and stuff. too. So we don't want to be too far into the event with it running and smoking everybody out with our exhaust.
Yeah, makes sense. Will you have one piece of equipment or two?
One.
Okay.
And then if that unit gets called out, we backfill with whatever unit's closest and available to backfill.
Sounds good. From an officer's point of view, I'll have a class 3 barricade up at the end of the Safeway building or at the end of that professional building, not blocking off the front parking that goes into like the optical and the thrift store and that, just inset from there. But we really need the support, and we have always had it, the support of the police to make sure that no one parks in front of those things for their egress to get out if they need to. Which last year we had someone do it, and I think this year the department has agreed that there won't be any phone calls made, it'll just be towed. Which is what we would ideally want to teach that lesson again to whomever might decide to try and do that. Because this is with the fireworks that we have and the amount of people that we have, it is the preeminent concern of the event is making sure that we can get someone who has a heart attack or a child who breaks its leg, out into, to help as soon as possible. So that's our biggest thing for you guys. If that covers that. But
Sorry, one other quick question. I
Yes.
apologize. Do you have I know that there's the map on the website, but do you have a map laying out more specifically where things are at that you could share with us?
I can send one to you. We can
Thanks.
update it after we go.
Awesome. Thank you.
I have another
um,
question for you too. Do you have some like, I don't know, a 75-foot length of like a P cord or something that you could bring, Joe?
E-cord.
Paracord?
Oh,
Yeah.
My first question would be why, but I could probably buy one.
It would be for putting a string up that I could just hang the disco balls from.
You mean like loop over a rafter and just tie a thing there? I can
Yeah.
find something that you can do that with. Either today or tomorrow, I will have that for you. Yes,
Okay, and thank you for bringing the ladder too.
for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a 9:30.
Yeah, and should we ask our guests here between the EMS and the police if you have specific questions, any uncertainty while Joe's still here?
I don't think we have any other questions. If we had a detailed map in case we get called to a certain place, that would help the crew. So thank you.
Okay.
Last year went really well. With all that. Yeah. But yeah, I think everyone on the same page.
Yeah. The other thing that the police are a huge help for is making sure that people, and we'll have signs up, but people don't park in the area where the shuttles are disembarking along that frontage road, keeping that frontage road as open as possible in case we were to have a worst case scenario and need to get something in from there. They're going to stop for the fireworks. There's just no way to kind of keep them from doing that. But if we've got it open up until that point in time, that's a huge consideration. And then always Sarah, myself, or Callie to be contacted throughout the course of the day. If there is something that you have an issue with, we can usually get a loader to move that truck if we need to.
Yeah, we can put our phone numbers, the three of us, on that email with the map too.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And call me if you need anything, but
Yeah.
string to hang those balls, I will be picking up.
The sparkle balls.
The sparkle balls.
Well,
Also,
Like a
I was thinking
sparkle ball.
bungee cord if it has rafter lines.
Yeah, I've
We could
got
just
some
bring a
of
bunch
those
of
just laying
bungees.
around in my house, but
Okay. Why?
we'll see if it's not.
Thanks, Joe. Let us
Thanks,
know if you need
Joe.
anything else.
You all there.
We'll
Yeah.
see you
Perfect.
Friday.
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
It could be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's the measure of success anyway?
No,
Whatever.
Nobody died. Right? We're batting 1,000.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
do we have any kind of a phone number call list for our membership, for our board members?
Yes, I'll start a group text today with this schedule so that everyone knows that. And then, yeah, we'll use that for the event.
after?
Yeah, Kristen, for those of you who are new for these events, what we always do is we create this text list and then we just use it throughout the weekend. We'll do the
Okay.
same thing with Mural Festival. It works really well.
Are you going to use WhatsApp? or
No, we usually just do.
Just text, yeah. Yeah, and that we'll use for, any issues, lost children or whatever throughout the night too.
Right, and Joe and Callie and I will have on the orange vest, so if there's anything like majorly wrong, contact us.
Mhm.
Or any questions.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll likely be at the tent like last year, way before my volunteer time. I love this event, so I'll just be around all the time. So yeah, like my parents and I will help with the flags. And yeah, I'm so excited.
Me
So
too.
great. I'm the hype girl. I'm a professional hype girl.
Cool. I think that is all for Friday. Everything will be loaded in. The Astro Coffee van will show up Saturday. And so will Skinner. I believe he'll be there on Saturday morning too.
Okay.
So,
Just want to triple check. When we take the envelope down, we are still okay to just run the burners after the fires started. And then of course we'll have it put away before the fireworks.
I mean, I feel like the safety of that.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Just wanted to, I just saw 4:30 to
more-
6:30 and I was like,
more fire
I
the
told
better.
my
but-
dad he could play with his flames longer.
Yes, I
Okay,
think
cool.
I just put that because the fireworks are at 6:30, so
Okay.
I didn't know if you had to have
Okay,
everything down.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't
didn't
feel
notice
like,
that. Yep, that makes sense. Cool.
yeah, so that's totally up to you. I mean, I don't see any problem with having more fire.
Yeah.
So EMS and police, I'll send out the map, the detailed map, the text string with our phone numbers, and then also a schedule. So if anybody asks you guys too, you kind of know what's happening. Okay.
Oh, I have them starting at 5.
So it's in the keep on out.
Yeah, we can print those.
Okay, nice. Real quick. Do we need anything for them? Yeah. I was gonna get drink cards from Dino.
If you want to, they'd appreciate it, but paying them too.
Yeah. Well, they were just really sweet. We have nice magnets on the cooler door, like where the kegs are kept. And everybody's like, oh, I hope Snice comes through again, So I was just, when do they start?
They're coming tonight. They'll probably start tomorrow morning.
Are they blowing snow? No.
They're gonna farm it this year.
What does that look like? And they like bring it in, or what does that mean, farm it?
They're gonna find snow.
Oh, I'll find it.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, I see.
And that's why we hired them.
Exactly. Yeah, they have a plan. That's all that matters, right?
I trust people will
Yeah.
figure it out.
Does he
know about like how temperatures have been
Oh,
and
yeah.
melt off? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So he starts tomorrow-ish. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait
So
to see
exciting.
it.
I have my blue wig. Very excited about it.
I just got Amazon. I haven't even seen it yet, but this is the wings.
Oh, cool.
Did we get anything else?
I never got to the wig.
That's okay. Yeah.
I
Didn't you say you had a
realized
couple?
that Paradise is this. Oh, you
Okay.
do? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Then I'll wear one.
If you guys have like a red wig or blue wig laying around or earrings, we're just gonna like influence ourselves as ice or
Against an
fire
hour, should we
queens.
wait till Friday?
Huh?
Oh, we got those necklaces.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
Do you want me to get them?
That's perfect.
Those-
You can just have my wig.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought they were just for us.
What?
I thought they were just for us.
I'm not
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm Latina.
Yes, queen.
What else do we need to talk about?
Parking transportation, maybe?
Yeah, there are.
Shuttle stops,
let me
that's fine. I was saying
find-
matches.
Sign up Genius again and see who signed up for that. I think Robin, you did, right?
So maybe on Friday too, we can have the shuttle people grab your swag for the shuttles.
I was just gonna bring it. I was gonna pick it up and take it there because I am passing it out for
Yeah,
Valley
that's
Life.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like,
I
grab
thought you
it
Yeah,
on
said
so there's-
Friday, but
Yeah, grab it on Friday, cause like it's all
Okay.
boxed up, and we're gonna hand out stuff at the tent too,
do you have a time? Do you want us to pick it up? Yeah, what time do you want us to pick it up Friday?
on Friday.
We'll be here at 9, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be here at 9.
Okay.
And then we're going over.
So
to-
anytime before. Okay,
I would say anytime before noon.
okay.
Yeah, so we can make up 3 boxes.
Yep.
And then Harry, Robin, and Kristen are gonna grab those.
Okay.
And then just hand them out until they're gone.
So do we stand outside the bus and hand them out? Or are we on the bus to hand them out?
Maybe the call would be my suggestion, because if it's freezing cold and there's a spot, ride the bus.
Yeah.
If it's fine and you're enjoying yourself, stay outside the bus and just hand, that's my plan.
As
I'm
they
gonna
get
hand it in.
on, give it to them?
Because it could be, it's really crowded and you don't want to take up a seat,
Okay,
right?
Yeah,
Like,
as they get on.
okay,
Yeah.
so I would say use your discretion,
Okay.
not a hard rule.
okay.
And if you just need to warm up for 5 minutes, hop on,
Yeah,
do a
hop
lap.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 4 shuttles. There's one going to and from the ball fields. There's one going to and from Valley Life Church. There's one going to and from the rec center, and then there's a 4th one that's just gonna do laps.
I love that
That's a
floater.
great call.
So we
So
have that
do we-
extra one, just, it's gonna take you longer to get to your parking lot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like, some
but you'll
people.
get
Yeah,
there.
at least they'll be on the bus.
Um,
So do we want a 4th box of swag or no?
Maybe keep it in the info tent to
because-
pass out
Because
stuff.
that one shuttle's gonna be hitting on
I
the
think-
locations anyway.
Yeah,
We need
I
a
would
4th
say,
one.
No.
yeah, if you 3 people are mostly not
Yes.
on the bus and at the location, that'd be the better option.
Correct. That's my plan.
Okay.
Just hang out at the church and pass it out.
And you said there would be some swag at the info tent, like the leftover. Yeah, so there'll be stuff.
Okay.
Are we
Well,
doing
I'm
anything?
gonna set aside some stuff for the tent too.
Cool. Yeah, that's so much fun. Even at the end.
Like biked in and no shoes or
Yeah.
whatever.
And then all the glow stuff that we got, that we give away, that's all gonna be at the info tent too, so
Yeah,
we're just gonna be
it's-
giving away tons of stuff there, so.
Cool.
That's so
Everybody will hopefully get something.
Yeah. And if not, it's okay.
I
You know.
consider my compensation for doing this event giving kids glow sticks.
Right, yeah.
It's so fun.
My favorite thing of the year.
fringe benefit.
Snowflake.
Snowflake ones,
Oh,
Some,
right, and like they're crazy.
those faces, man, it is worth
Oh, yeah.
worth it.
it.
Yeah.
So cool.
I'm excited.
Oh,
On that note, you mentioned, because is there something, can we give some swag to the Valley Life Church for sponsoring and doing all this stuff? Do we have, like, should I just,
I have
you
a,
have art? you
I have a
said.
painting from the
Okay.
plein air at altitude that I've set aside
Okay,
to thank them.
okay. And then do we have like, can I just give them some swag out of that
Do you
box,
think
or do we
they
have other
drink?
special that we
We
want?
could get them drink tickets to Dino's.
Give them that, okay.
Do you think they
Um,
drink?
I don't know, let's not,
I was gonna say I could give them drink tickets, like, so it could be like a pack. You could like,
yeah,
you know,
let's do it as a.
or
thank
I'll
you.
see if I can get some gift cards and.
Yeah, we don't need to go crazy. I'm just wondering, like, definitely swag.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we have
Yeah.
up elevated swag that we could
Yeah.
give to
That's
them.
why I
This
thought
is
a
thank
painting
you.
would be
It's
nice
all
for
elevated,
the
Karen.
church.
I know, well, it's true.
It's a classy joint, man.
And for the emergency people, like, I don't know how many people we had there last year. It's always hard to tell. Like, everybody's like, how many people do you think attended? Anybody have a guess? Just so we have. I don't know.
Didn't we guess 3,000 last year?
Not that, I've heard that number before, but
Me
I don't
too.
know who.
But
pulled
I don't
that
know how
out of
to-
Where.
I don't know those math.
Between 1,000 and 2 would be my guess. But
I'll
I
start counting.
have nothing really to
Yes.
base that off other than
Yes.
gut.
I'll make everybody stand in place. while I-
Well,
Are we gonna have any drone footage? That'd be cool.
Oh, that was what I was, okay, so first, this is just our traffic from the website in the last 30 days. Fire and Ice, this is, like I said, the last 30 days.
Oh, wow, that's great.
6,100
Nice.
page visits.
Do we have
That's awesome.
info from last year for that or just, yeah,
No, this is the first year we've had that.
That's cool.
website, So.
yeah.
That is really
yeah.
great.
Do we need to set aside swag for EMS and the police and the firefighters?
They're always welcome to it.
Yeah. They'll be there.
And the
early, so
pack.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah. Like, how did you get here?
yeah, after.
Did you carpool?
Also, I hired Connor Nelson, that's Peggy's son. He's a professional cinematographer.
Yeah.
He's in California right now shooting for the big fires, but I hired him to shoot a video.
Cool,
And yeah, he's great, so
cool.
we'll have footage and it'll be.
Yeah,
Yay.
very exciting.
Then we can calculate head count when we have the drone footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause. 1, 2, 3.
And just a reminder, those couple 3 photos I sent you guys, if we use them, please credit Mira.
Okay.
Because she took those. My
You
deal
remember.
with her is, she said we could use them for free as long as we credit her.
What's
Remember that one photo of the enormous explosion and the firefighting gal in front of the fire? Yeah, the woman who took those photos last year, her name is Mira, a friend of my son's, and she donated them to us to use.
Do we follow her on FBA?
I have no idea.
Does she have an
I
Instagram?
sent you her Instagram
Okay.
contact. So
Oh, that's
it's with those photos.
sweet. Love it. Thank you.
Just find the photos, you'll find her info.
What's her last name, Jane?
Mira.
Her last name's Mira.
No, her first name's Mira. I can't remember.
Okay, okay.
Just look for an email from me
You got it. I'll
It's
find
there.
it.
about a month ago.
Credit her because those are sweet.
We don't have anyone signed up for trash at the end of the night, so if everyone could keep their eye on that throughout the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Is
We
there-
have 2 dumpsters over there, so if the
Text
trash
thread?
cans are full, pull them. There should be extra bags underneath, and just, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, that actually worked pretty well last year.
Yeah. We just kind of many hands make for light work,
Yep.
kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're still having those fire things, the little fire pits or not?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Maybe next year.
Yeah,
Maybe
fine.
next year.
Okay. Do I have time to make my spiel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
was there anything else anyone had questions about? Any
Yes,
other
I
details?
do.
Yeah.
And now that Joe's here, it might be okay. Can we have a BYOFP, bring your own fire pit?
Feel like he'd have a heart attack.
I feel like that's something now that I just said that I should have just asked for forgiveness.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just move on. Carry on.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been. I don't have one, but
Just to clarify, Joe did say something about having that sculpture, the light up sculpture on the other side. It's not gonna go near the sculpture or the snow sculpture.
TBD.
Okay.
When do Snice start?
They're coming in tonight and they're
Tonight.
gonna start tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll post something on Facebook, like, hey, go up, see, it's nice, like, go out, support, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah,
I just want to stop by and say hi.
Cool. Okay. Well, if nobody has any other questions, then.
all right.
Give your
So
spiel.
as we know, we're gonna have a hot air balloon there, and the hot air balloon is a nonprofit organization, so we have to fundraise for the events that they go to. And to make sure that we don't have to take it out of the fire and ice budget, we do a little fundraiser in the form of football squares. It's not your typical football squares. You can, there's 26 ways to win. So only 4,000 goes to Freedom Flight. That covers this event and another Colorado event. And honestly, in July, if we wanted them to fly, if we wanted to do something when they're here for the Steamboat event, we could like ring that in too. So Freedom Flight is a nonprofit organization that it goes around, promoting the POW MIA issues, promoting veterans issues, and just kind of spreading awareness. You guys would be shocked how many people do not know what POW MIA stands for. It's a little heartbreaking. Prisoners of War, Missing in Action. So it honors veterans. If you guys know any veterans, please send them over. My dad's a Vietnam veteran. We've had Navajo code talkers flying the balloon. I mean, the stories are limitless. But anyway, so the squares are $100 a piece. If you have a friend you want to split one with, or if you have 3 friends, you want to each throw in $25. We do have 30 squares left. I am, confident that we're gonna get them sold. My dad's reached out to everybody that he knows. We sold 15 the other day. Because somebody texted his group of friends and they're all like, oh yeah, I want a football square. So yeah, super easy way to do it. I can text you if you have friends that you think might be interested. I can text you a picture of this, and then essentially you just Venmo me their money. I'll write their name in, that kind of thing. Or if you've got cash, you can give me cash. I trust you guys.
There's not a lot of squares. Will you save
There's
me too?
30 left.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, there's 30 left.
Okay.
So there's 100 squares, so it looks like, yeah. And then I've added a challenge just because last year I think we only had like 15 left at this time. So just to kind of motivate the pack, Callie actually already has 3, so she's in the running. But I'm offering a free 60-minute massage plus add-on. So CBD oil, cupping, raindrop, hot stone, you can add it in. I'm looping everybody that's here into this. So if you happen to sell 10, you get a free massage. I'm a massage therapist. And you get a free gift, as the primary donor, if you will, or promoter, from Freedom Flight, which is a really nice placard with the photo on it and some some swag too, so.
This is getting better and better. Not only do we
Yeah.
blow shit up for entertainment,
Yes, yeah.
we're having gambling
Yeah,
and
yeah.
naked massage.
So,
Right?
yeah,
Exactly.
but like Callie,
What happens in Fraser stays in
Yeah.
Fraser.
I'm a professional massage therapist. for the record. Like
Just-
certified, no, I'm just kidding. But Callie's already like, cool, can I like, buy, like make it a 90-minute? I'm like, yeah, girl, you can make it a 90-minute. So just so you know, she came out to win. So
I win someday.
and yeah,
didn't win
and she
anything
bought herself
last
a score.
year.
So like if you were to buy a score, that would count as your total. So that's kind of my spiel. Yeah, and I'll have this for today. If you guys like know somebody and you're casually talking to them, it hangs at Dino's. So you can walk into Dino's and buy one from my husband there. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun.
Hey, all of you are about, 2 centimeters tall on my screen. So who was talking?
Anastasia,
Anastasia, thank you.
can you see me in this?
Yep.
Yes, Anastasia. And like I said, it'll be at Dino's and you can ask for Brian or anybody there knows about it. So yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so. Could you text me a picture of the front and back of that?
Yes, absolutely.
And do you randomly put in the numbers?
Yeah,
That's how it
so
works.
once it's full, we will probably ask a child to tell us which side is Kansas City and which side is the Philadelphia Eagles. And then the same child will just randomly have them tell us numbers 1 through 10, and then a different child will have them tell us not 1 through 10, 1 through 9. And then we will, it's so basically randomized. If we can't find a kid, we'll just do it with like a computer program. Brian has a whole plan. He's got like a little the Thai buses or I don't anyway, there's like kids that come into Dino's and they ask him to do jokes and he makes them pick numbers. So anyway, it's a funny thing, but we involve the youth here.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's sweet.
I assume we're not doing any speaking parts on the evening. We didn't last year. I thought that made a lot of sense because nobody can hear it anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, you're the speaker, so if you wanted to,
I
but
do
yeah,
not.
I feel like it's loud.
I
and-
do not.
Yeah.
I signed up for
Like,
everything on Friday this year so I can do my race Saturday and just come to the event for the first time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't feel like it's necessary.
Cool.
Just because it's not,
Yeah, nobody can hear it.
no,
Yeah.
and nobody's listening.
Right.
They're all
Nobody's
loud.
winning anything this year, so yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
Did you want to have, we were just talking, do you want to have FBA stuff there? Or no?
And I think the best thing we do is we reach out to our major donors, we give them the gift certificate, and that's good.
Cool.
Keeping it simple.
Mhm.
Yep.
Easy.
It's cold and people aren't, hanging out to look at displays and then we got to schlep it all over and it's going to get ruined. And
Sure, info 10.
if somebody has a question, we all can.
okay.
hear.
And on that note, the National Theater Live will be at the Foundry on the 13th and 14th. Fleabag is a one-woman show, mature content. Like it's actually pretty, spicy or raunchy. Yeah, it's adults only, I would recommend. And it was actually turned into a TV series. Right now it streams on Amazon, but I do believe it was originally made for HBO, which I feel like, HBO. Yeah, it's hilarious. My husband and I are watching the series so that way he, fully understands the play. And then I actually haven't done a ton of research on Prima Facie yet, but
It's Judy Comer from Something Eve.
Killing Eve, Jodie
Killing
Comer.
Eve.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
A great show.
And,
Sandra Oh too.
It won the British version of the Tony. It's a sort of one-woman play. She's a up-and-coming lawyer grappling with all the existential questions that come with prosecution and ethics and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah. So you'll see posters everywhere. All of the it's $25 a ticket, great date night out, but all of it goes towards the art center. And as we do this, we'll have more opportunities to bring other plays in. I've already had a request for Midsummer's Night Eve, and I was like, oh, we might do that. But Hamlet will be here if you know anybody that's a Shakespeare fan. Hamlet will be here in July. So
Starring Benedict Cumberbatch.
yeah, he's so handsome.
Swag bag?
It is the 13th and 14th of February,
Mhm.
and prima facie is March 7th.
5
And do we
PM.
buy tickets from you guys or at the Foundry?
Both.
You can
Okay.
get them through FraserValleyArts.org, which I recommend
Gotcha.
because we sold 60 of the 75 seats for Frankenstein. Or you can get them on the day if we have them available.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Really excited.
Yeah, and tell a friend because we're really excited about this. It's a special opportunity to even be able to stream National Theater live. So we'd love to see this take off. So yeah, let's keep, adding gas to the fire of the arts. Such a nerd. Yes. It's
Well done.
yeah.
Cool. Awesome. We'll see some of you on Friday and the rest of you on Saturday.
Oh, what about the kids, Shelley Peters,
Oh, yeah, tell us about that.
costumes? What, did you
That's what
guys
kids
figure
do.
something out there?
She said she didn't want to do any kind of contest or anything. She just said she's been telling the kids to dress up. So we could save like a handful of keychains. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how
You're looking at
early
me,
they're gonna
I
come.
followed up with her because you guys asked me to, so.
Yeah, I don't know how late we can hold on to swag.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So I was just gonna let her know if they come early enough, then obviously we'll give them something.
What is grandkids doing? Like they just have a tent?
So Shelley's at the elementary school. She was just telling kids to dress up.
Cool.
They were gonna do some kind of like costume contest, but that didn't
Yeah, that's
pan out. Grandkids has got the expandable lanterns that they're gonna have the kids like spray decorate, and then they light up and they go on sticks. So
Could we-
lanterns.
Those the ones that fly in the air?
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
like the round.
Okay.
You know,
they like
Still,
paper
that's
ones
really
come
cool.
down. Yeah.
Could we give Shelley 10 or 15 swag items and just have her give them to kids who really go all out? Why don't we do that?
Easier idea.
Yeah.
Than us holding on to them.
Yeah, and if I can pick them up on Friday, I'll give them to Diana, my wife. And she's there Monday through Wednesday, so
Yeah,
easy.
I have these that I'm bringing to the front desk ladies at the school, so I
Oh,
can drop them
cool.
today.
Well, there you
So,
go.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Go team.
We good?
Sweet.
I think we're good.
Make a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I second.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.